Oh, hey, good to see you. You know, one thing that we have to remember, especially as we go deeper into this now, and we're at a stage where you're well past 10 of these notes. So clearly, you're in this for the long haul. Clearly, you're in this on the idea that, yeah, you know what? I think there is something to this. I think monster hunting is a real thing, and I think it's something that we need to be concerned with. And I'll be going over in World Breach one of the World Breaches, ongoing, I suppose, a lot of the ideas regarding gear and kit. And now that we've got the Discord server up, it's, free to join. Anyone can go in there. And if you go in there and you get down into your state or province, you can set a note for help wanted, because this is not a solo sport. Now, there's the idea that as we move forwards as a community, you can be in the channel, and that's very important for us to share notes and share ideas, kind of like a massive library of information. But what is important is that we understand that this cannot be a solo activity. You must have another person with you. Now, dogs are important. It's nothing better than non-human intelligence. I mean, they've been protecting us since we were in the trees. But yeah, you need to have another person with you. The importance of having two people together becomes even more evident as you do more research. You'll see why I say this. David Paulides often talks about how, it's very rare for two people to go missing. And if there's some kind of mind control or psionic ability that's happening, it's much harder to do against two people than it is to do against one person. And you'll find that people that, like these events, paranormal events which affect crowds of people, are massive events. So the point is that it's very, very vital that you establish a team. Even if it's a team of 2, I wouldn't recommend having more than a team of 5. But teams are very important for research, for knowledge, and to get together. And just for the whole making sure that, hey, are you seeing this too? Because you'll come across some pretty wild stuff, especially when you get out there in the deep bush. Things can get pretty crazy. So another thing that I think is a really underutilized skill are role-playing games. Now, when you get together, they do that in the military. They'll game out a scenario where, there's all kinds of, and I don't mean like online, I mean like paper and dice, face-to-face role-playing games, where you can get together, draw up a character based on who you are, the skill set that you have. What is your strength, endurance, and dexterity, and all that stuff? Or if you're playing a Palladium-based game, there's lots of, Call of Cthulhu does a game, Palladium, they ran out with a game called Beyond the Supernatural, and there's all kinds of multiple paper and dice games. But the ability to work together, to sit down, to game out these scenarios, to think about what you're going to take with you with gear, what kind of skills you actually have, and during the game time, depending on the scenarios you run across, what kind of skills you might need. And, if nothing else, it does provide some of the most amazing camaraderie and, just fun. It is big fun. And there is a temptation here to take this stuff pretty seriously, because we are dealing with serious stuff, but life should be enjoyable. Even if you were going after, whatever you're doing, you should do it with a smile on your face. You should be enjoying this. I am utterly fascinated by the supernatural, by the concept of monster hunting and the whole thing. I think it's absolutely incredible. It gets me up in the morning. It gives me something to think about. And it's the reason why I'm online talking to you about this stuff. Because you can't have a program like Coast to Coast AM, and you can't have all these documentaries and channels and, American Alchemy, Area 52, the Y-Files, all these guys. They wouldn't be able to exist if there wasn't just an unbelievable curiosity on this. So we should embrace that. And you shouldn't have to be alone when chasing this. Gone are the days where you have the estranged, manic person with glasses looking for information late into the night, reading by candlelight. Now you can have a team of people doing that. And instead of candles, we can use all manner of lighting systems. But what's important here is that you do it together, because after all, there is safety in numbers.